So happy Saturday, happy Saturday. Actually, wait, let me rewind that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Hope your Saturday was great. Gonna jump in here and do a quick recap, very, very quickly. Jump on. Let me see. I'm gonna jump in here really quick. We're gonna do a recap and go through the week here, talk about what's coming up for the week, talk about setups, talk about some of my most favorite Fibonacci pivots, for sure. So I am ready to go. I'm going to give a few minutes for everybody to jump on here, and we'll get this bad boy going. Let me do this. Copy this. Hit the refresh. Right here. All right. Got some good stuff going on today. Got some good setups coming up for the week. We've got some exciting news in the financial market, and I'm going to go through and do some recaps here very, very quickly for the recap market. Talk about some setups again for the upcoming week. So excited to be here with you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and start jumping in here. We're going to do some recaps and some screen shares, goals. So some of the things I posted, I put a post up earlier. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and read it. Hopefully you got a chance to take a look at it. And we're going to take a look in here and look at the setups. And let me go find it real quick. So I thought it was some points that are very, very important to talk about when you're getting ready to trade throughout the week, right? So one of the things that's very, very important is when you're trading, it doesn't matter if you're trading US30, you're trading anything long-term or short-term, it's very, very important that you position yourself, that you use the last week as sort of a guide to where you're going. Of course, you want to do what they call back testing. You want to look at the trends. Every pair, everything you trade has a trend and has a cycle. It's got a high point, it's got a low point, and then it's got sort of a range in between those, right? There's like a really high point and a really low point. And if you figure it out, you can see where you can usually trade inside that area and make some pretty good money. And I've got just some of my own personal rules when it comes to trading US30. And this is anything that I trade, right? When I'm looking at Fibonacci pivots, for example, I don't set any trades outside either my R3 or my S3. I just don't, right? If the trade goes outside of that, yippee-ki-yay. My goal is to make money in that zone, right? Inside that zone. And there's plenty of money inside the zone to go to any given trade. So patterns, position yourself to take advantage of the patterns. So talk about going in the past, taking a look at the patterns, because every trade that you're looking at, every pair you're looking at does the same stuff over and over and over. Sometimes it might be a longer time to get there. Sometimes it's short-term trades, right? You can look at those as well. Goals, have a daily goal. Set a daily income goal that you want to reach. And when your trades hit that daily goal, stop trading, right? Stop trading. Very, very important. Like if you got a $500 a day goal, $1,000 a day goal, $2,000 a day goal, $5,000 a day goal, whatever it is, stop trading when you hit that goal. Because if you don't stop trading when you hit that goal, just crazy stuff has a tendency to hit the fan, and you're not going to win on that. So stop trading. So set your daily goals, and then each evening look at positioning yourself to grab the picks based on the previous patterns. So I call them setting traps. I use stop loss orders, and buy stop orders to position inside those patterns, because I know it's always doing this. There's three directions that trades go. They're consolidating or ranging. They're going sideways, right? And they only go sideways in one direction. That's to the future, right? They're going, and actually, it should be anyway. They're always going in one direction, ranging. And then the other direction is they're going up or they're going down. So they're sideways, up, sideways down, up or down. They're always doing those three moves. They never go backwards, right? So that's a good deal about it. So you can position yourself with a buy stop order, sell stop order. In that, you can set it up, and I'd show you some little tricks. That's one of the advantages of being here in the boot camp. If you haven't paid to be in this group yet, right, you've got a few more days to be able to do that. And then I'm just going to remove people. If you don't want to be here, don't take it personal. If you need the link to enroll, it's $97 one-time fee, and you're in the group, right? If you have someone else you want to add to the group, let me know. We'll get them the link. They can enroll, and they can come and hang out with us and trade all day long. Won't hurt my feelings, but I just want to make sure that somebody's coming in this. $97 isn't a lot, but it's a commitment to say, hey, I want to be in this, and I want to learn how to trade. I want to get better, and we want to communicate and share stuff. So I strongly challenge you, if you are in this group, share your takeaways in the comments so everybody can see them. I know we've got a private chat going on the other side with some of us, but I want you to comment in this group. Put your comments, put your thoughts, put your feelings, inside this group. Make sure that when you're talking about what you're doing for the week, share your trades, share your comments, share your takeaways, share your feelings inside this big group so that everybody can see them, and it's going to benefit everyone. So let's go ahead and jump in and just do a weekly recap, and then we'll do a short Q&A afterwards. If anybody has any just general questions, we'll jump in this. I'm so excited, man. It's just, being able to position myself to be in a really, really good financial position. When you're 60 years old, it's nice to have a plan here, because I don't really want to work forever and ever now, but I just want to create a big stack of money over the next couple of years so that I can chill, right? And got some passive income stuff going on, looking at some other passive income opportunities. Just absolutely excited about that. So totally chill. So I just went back here to, this is Wednesday, the 22nd. Here, and as you can see, this is the pattern from Wednesday, and typically, like I said, price goes sideways, right? It goes sideways, it goes up, and it goes down. It goes sideways, right? Sideways. If you position yourself in here, right? I said a buy stop order here, grabbed the profit, took profit there. I did some scalping in the middle here, got some money here, did a take profit on this move here. This move, I'd have to go back because I took some stuff off of my chart, but I'm pretty sure I had a pretty good day. I actually posted everything I did in the group for the week. And again, that isn't the goal of that isn't to brag. It's to say, if you commit to learning how to trade, if you commit to finding one pair, just one, you can do two, because it's the exact same strategy that I'm sharing here, you can do with gold. And I'll show you why. Here, let me pull gold over here so I can show you this, right? This is gold. Right? This is gold. Look at what it did. It went up, went sideways, went down, right? It's going to go sideways. It's going to either go up or it's going to go down. If I'm going to set my buy stop orders and sell stop orders on gold, I can do the exact same thing. Now, since it's in this P to S1 zone, it's actually floating here. It might trade. This would be more of my scalping zone. If I'm going to set a sell stop order, I would set it down here, right? I'm not going to go below. And this is a real tough one, because the previous day, which was Friday night, my S2 is right in the middle of this. So gold, and this is just from learning how everything has the same chi, the same kung fu, the same types of moves. There's not anything that really does anything different. Most likely, if gold comes this way, it's going to come down into this zone, and it's going to come back up, and it's probably going to do this for a little while, and it might move us all the way across. It all depends on what the US dollar is doing, right? If the dollar is going up, gold is going down. Gold runs completely in conjunction with, if you want to find a synergistic pair to trade with gold, AUD USD. AUD USD, right here, let me show you this. This comes from learning how to trade. This comes from getting enrolled in classes. Let me show you this here. Okay, let me refresh that. That's actually the US dollar that popped up here. So that's my US dollar. Let's go over and find AUD USD. And I want to show this to you. AUD. Where you at? There you are. And let's turn off the cloud. And I think I turned it off. Turn off the cloud. There we go. And we'll turn on the pivots. maybe. And let's see, what time frame am I on here? 15 and 15, and hit refresh. And I want you to look at the similarities in the pricing with gold. Again, this is Australian dollar. It typically floats along. If you look at the pricing here, it's almost mirroring exactly what gold is doing. Maybe a little bit different, but you'll notice the move came down, right? A little bit. But again, this is a pair that if gold is moving up or down, AUD is going in the same direction. So if I know if gold is ranging, AUD USD is going to be ranging. Now, they may have more buyers and sellers, so there might be a little bit difference in that area. But again, if gold is going down, AUD USD is going down, right? If gold is going up, AUD USD is going up. And the reason being is if you're looking at your primary pair, right? So if the US dollar is falling, right, the Australian dollar has to be going up. If the US dollar is going down, gold is going up. So there's all of you learn that in trading, right? So it's just a correlation between one or the other. I'm not going to get into education, but again, there's some pairs you can trade. They all do the same thing. When you understand how they work, you can position yourself and put yourself in front of the money. So let's go back here. So look at the trend. So we know it moved. It came down here. Again, I don't do anything outside of my S3 zone. Don't set any trades. A lot of money made there. Went into some ranging, came across, moved its way up. And as it's coming across here, I came in and set myself some sell stop order, sell stop order, sell stop order. I put one way, way down here. I don't believe we went into that zone yet, but I'm going to show you where it's going to go. Hit a take profit as it came through here, took profit in that zone. It started moving up in this direction. I came in and set this sell stop order after it moved in that direction. I set sell stop order. I set a buy stop order. It went through here. I had this buy stop order set previous. It went through this. And I'm not saying this again to brag. It's about understanding where to position, because price is down here. It's got to come back this way. Why? Because that's where it was at before. It goes down, it goes sideways, it goes up. It goes down, it goes sideways, it goes down. There's no difference in the pattern. It can only go three directions, right? It can't go any farther out. And using the Fibonacci pivots, it's not going to blow. Here's an R2 in this zone way up here, right? I could have set some buy stop orders. R3 is way the heck up in this direction, right? Could set some buy stop orders here. Could have set a buy stop order there. But looking at the past, it hasn't gone quite that high yet. But I do have a zone, right? When I went out to my dailies, I do have a zone set for my dailies. Is way the heck up there. I think it's like 36.4 or something as a zone in terms of an overall range, and you can do that. But it's been hovering around the lower zone. I've got a lower zone down here at the 31.4 area, right, where price typically comes down to or heads down to. I've got some alerts set for pricing to go through that area. So this was Thursday. Made a ton of money on Thursday. It was an absolutely fun day because this price came back down here. It came down here. It hit that take profit zone. Just absolutely fun. It rolled through, hit this take profit zone down here. It came down and started going back up towards the end of the day, right? Again, you could sit here and look at the charts all day and make money with this all day. Started ranging. I came in and set a couple of things to activate. This was on the 23rd. Price came just to this area here. So I went in and I set a sell stop order. This was at 6 o'clock in the evening, right? Because the price had already gone here. So I set this in the evening just in case there were some overnights. Set this in the evening in case there was some overnights, depending on it. Might, again, take it off and went this way. You see it where it came up just about to that zone. And this is I just come up about a third from each Fibonacci pivots and up down about a third. And I look at some other stuff in the past. I'll talk to you that in a minute. Again, range through, activated, boom, activated that deal, made profit there, took profit on this one. You can see price came down and hit both of those. And this was at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So when I woke up, I had a lot of money already in my account, started ranging, coming across, had a fun day coming across here, woke up in the morning, set a couple of sell stop orders down in this area. One, I did a bigger one, then I set a smaller one inside of that. I came up and set a couple of buy stop orders on the way up. Price is going to go two directions from here, right? This is my S2, my S3 is down here. I've got my major zone down here. So it's just ranging across. it's either going to come this way or it's going to go this way. Well, guess what it did? It moved up, activated both of these buy stop orders, right? Went through those buy stop orders, took profit here, took profit there, just kept going and going and going and going. Again, another spectacular day on what day was that? On the 24th. That was Friday. Another spectacular day, ranged right up to where we're at right now. Now, taking a look at this, right? A couple of things going on. Let's talk about this buy stop order. This is my scalping zone. And here, depending on what price does overnight, it may just it may just range across here. It just may move through the zone and just do this. It may not go anywhere. But you see, I've positioned myself, like I said before, based on where price has been, right? It's going to go two directions. It can go this direction. It can go this direction, or it can go this direction, right? I've set some sell stop orders in here, and then I've got a sell stop order way down here to correlate to these two guys over here, because again, I've got a zone way down here, right? Price may just go, just running through here and just may run all the way down and activate that. It may or may not. I don't know. If it does, great. So I just took these two over here and I just moved them over, deleted those, moved them over here and just did a new one. I've got an alert set right here at this zone. So if it does do that, I can check my phone if I'm awake. If it does it in the middle of the night, I ain't seeing it, right? So as we're moving through this zone, right, we've got this zone, prices up here. This is my scalping zone. I'm not doing any scalping right now. I don't scalp till in the morning time between 8 and 9 o'clock Central Time is when I'm going to, or 8 o'clock Central to 9 o'clock Central is when I do my scalping. But I'm all set. So if price happens to bust through this one and come up this way. Now let's talk about this buy stop order. Typically, I would have set it up here a little bit higher, but I've got a resistance zone out of here the day before that's right here, right? So there's a pretty good chance if price does bust through here, it's going to activate this. It's going to come up and do this number and turn and come back, right? Because there's a resistance zone. Hopefully, I've got my take profit low enough to where it's actually going to pop it and it'll take profit and go through. If not, worst case scenario, it'll come back through my stop loss and I'll lose a little bit of money there, right? I've got a very, very small stop loss on this. Actually, I want to move that up just a smidgenator and go and adjust that on my phone. I'm going to do that right now. I'm thinking about it. Again, I don't mind losing a little bit of money when your account gets big enough, right? It's okay if you lose a couple $100, right? Let me go in here and adjust that. Stop loss, modify. All right. Okay. Adjusted. So that's adjusted. So I've got that adjusted now. So if price does come up here and say maybe it just activates and turns around and comes back down through here and then heads this way, I don't have to worry about being in a bazillion dollars worth of drawdown while it's coming back and maybe come back to that in 2 or 3 days. I'm just not a big fan of being in drawdown forever. If you have a big enough account, who knows? A $5,000 drawdown may not be that much. If you've got a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $100,000 account, that may not be a big deal. But I'd rather just let it hit. If it clears it out, fine. I can come back and take a look at it later in the day. Again, the money is not going anywhere, right? If your account is so small that you're risking your account by doing something like this, I would highly recommend making your account bigger before you get in and trade US30, right? You've got to have a minimum account of $3,000. You need to have your lot size set at like a 0.03 at the max with a 3,000, maybe even a 0.02 until you get to like $10,000, and maybe you can jump it to a 0.05 lot size and work your way up from there. I'm running at a 0.11 lot size. I've got a pretty decent balance. That's very, very conservative. I could probably run at a 0.2 lot size, but I just want to wait till my account gets bigger because I don't, like I said, if something goes into drawdown or if I do hit something, I don't want to have a big, big loss. I can work my way to that point to where I can actually get to $5,000 consistently daily trading, which is a goal to put a lot of money in here. So I've got my sell stop order set. You see, I've got this one set in here again. This is my R1 to P. I've got my EMA moving up here. And depending on where this goes, right, price may, if it busts below this, depending on where it's going, let's take a look at the cloud real quick, right? Again, this is evening time. It doesn't have a lot. Cloud is ranging. Everything's sort of going sideways. Nothing exciting happening in this deal. Everything's sort of telling me up. Now my MACD is telling me my sellers jumped in, but the MACD down here is also coming together. I gotta figure out what the names of these lines are called here. I don't, it doesn't really matter. When they cross, they're gonna turn. Buyers are gonna jump in the market, and they're going to start moving up in this direction. And if this opens up again, that means buyers are typically going to be more buyers in the market. If this breaks below my zero line and starts heading down in this direction, I'll have more sellers in the market. If price comes through this cloud, if my lagging span right now is in price, so this isn't a good time to trade. Lagging span breaks through here, price breaks through here, price is below both my EMAs, there's a pretty good chance the price is going to go in this direction. So that's some simple rules. I know that if price goes in that direction, it's going to activate this trade. I've got my stop loss set just in case it decides to go back in this direction. I'm not going to lose a ton of money. And then I've got the second one set down here as a dual cross as a zone, because I know if price breaks this and everything's price is below here, it's going to do this and it's going to keep coming down this direction. And it may or may not. And I can, again, look at my phone in the middle of the day. This is going to be at, this is actually 1 o'clock in the morning. So if price heads this direction, right, it's going to pick up quite a few dollars. I may actually move this up and set it up in this area and close it out and put me a second trade down in this and set that up. So that's probably what I'm going to do now that I look at this. Probably going to pull this bad boy up to right about here and set myself as a take profit. So as it moves through this zone, it's going to pop here. It's going to probably do some hover. It may come back in this direction before it closes and heads back down through here. So I may do something. We'll just see where it's at here when it does it. Again, a lot of money here. So if it breaks through this one, comes through this one, a lot of money. I may end up making my goal and I may not have to trade anymore for the day. So we'll see what happens. So that's the trade. So here's some of the rules, right? Some of the rules are you don't set buy stop and sell stop orders in the zone that it's in unless this is a really, really big zone. In other words, if this was my P and this was my R1, I've got a lot of zone in here. I could set an order down here underneath this price, right? Because there's a good chance it might, and that's a large zone. With a small zone like this, you don't want to set any buy stop or sell stop orders in here because you don't know where it's going to go. It might just do this. And again, this is your scalping zone. This is where you want to scalp, right? When price gets going, when it moves into the morning time, keeping it. If it moves through here, I'm sleeping, it's going to activate that price. It's going to come down here. It's going to take profit. If it does hit this and decide to start doing this and comes back up and closes that out, I've still made money with this one, right? If it goes through this one and heads down in this direction, I'm going to hit a take profit down in this. If it rolls through and past that, I'm pretty sure I probably made all the money that I need to make for the day. But we'll see what happens when I get up in the morning. We'll see where everything is at. So some of the rules we're talking about, right? You need to pay attention to where your zones are at. Another good zone would be if you wanted to set up a sell stop order would be something like this, right? Let's get down in here. Sell stop order would be something like this. I'm going to come about a third of the way down from the top, third of the way up from the bottom. Matter of fact, I'm looking at my S1 from the day prior to, so I can come down just below that. I'm going to bring my stop loss just inside of that, and I can do an order like this as well, right? There's another order in here, so I can, again, double dip. Depending on where this is going, I might actually just pull that up to like right there just to match this, put in another sell stop order right here. So if this one does activate, say for example, it activated, it turned around, came back up here, hit my stop loss, and it comes back in this direction. Once it comes back again, it's going to come through this one. It's going to activate that one. It's going to hit a take profit there. If it goes through this one, hits take profit, activates that one, hits this not take profit, but enters the loan, enters the zone here, activates the trade, comes down here, activates this trade. If it keeps going, I've just done 2 trades here, so I'm going to actually go enter that one, move this one back a little bit, and again, all the money's made. If it goes through all 3 of these, that's a lot of money right in that, and we'll see what happens. This zone again is really, really skinny, but I have a feeling just based on looking at all of this stuff back here in the past, right? Let's turn off my cloud because it's looking a little bit messy. Just looking at all of this stuff in the past, I've got an S1 and an S2 here, right? Again, lined up almost identical to where price was at before. So there's a good chance that price may go in. And then I've got my extra zone down in here based on where price might go. Again, price ran through those zones again. This is a lot of money in this zone right here. There's a lot of money right here, right? So price may again move through this area and take quite a bit. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna think about this here in a bit. But that's what you need to do. Just set yourself up. Take a look at where you're going. You don't need to make all the money. Understand how much your goal is, what you need to do for a goal for the day. Set your goal up. Make sure you understand where you're going, and have an absolutely awesome trading day. For those of you that are in the boot camp that are planning on staying here, I'm going live on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday inside the group. So Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Then we'll be back on Sundays at 7:45 for a recap. Have an absolutely awesome trading week. It's going to be a fun week. Set your boundaries, set your stop losses, understand your risk management, understand your mindset. Don't be greedy. Don't chase the money. Follow your rules, set your rules, and stay inside the rules. Stay inside your rules. Whatever your rules are, set them and stay inside your rules, and you will be fine for trading. I love you. Appreciate you. Have an absolutely awesome Sunday night. I will see you tomorrow morning. We'll do some scalping between 8 and 9 o'clock. Grab some quick dollars. We'll see where everything is at. And if I made my money overnight, I'm not going to do any scalping. I'm going to be good to go for the day. I love you. Appreciate you. Have an absolutely awesome day. And I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye.